The Secure Act was passed and signed into law and may change the way retirement works. And that's why we have Vanessa McElwrath with us here with ML&R Wealth Management. She's here to help us explain and understand those changes and the potential impact it's going to have on people's retirements. So first, what is this act? What is it going to mean for people who are building up those retirement funds?
So the Secure Act was passed at the end of 2019, and it made numerous updates to the way we approach retirement and hopefully take some steps towards addressing the retirement crisis that we're seeing in our nation today. But as with other recent legislation, what the Act gives on one hand, it takes away with another. So there's definitely a lot to unpack, some good, some bad, and some features that are just kind of a toss-up.
Okay, first, let's start with your impressions of it. What are your thoughts, the positives first?
Sure. One of the best features and most positive that we've seen is that the Act restricts this arbitrary age restriction on making traditional IRA contributions. So before the change, you couldn't make a retirement contribution to an IRA past age 70 and a half. And now you can, assuming you have the earned income to do so. We also saw a really great change in that it increased the age of when required minimum distributions or RMDs have to be in on retirement accounts. So before, if you had a retirement account, you had to start taking distributions at age 70 and a half, and now that's been bumped up to age 72. So for a lot of folks, that may not seem like a huge change, but really any RMD relief is welcome, especially to those who only take those distributions because they're required to, not because they actually need to spend those funds.
So is this new act helping more people who are trying to access that retirement at an older age, or does it help people who are in general have retirement and they're building it up, or is it mainly that 70-year-old?
It's both. It's helping folks. It's expanding the group of folks that can save for retirement, but it's also helping preserve assets and minimize taxes for folks that don't need to access the funds yet.
That's what I want to hear. I was like, I need it to affect me somehow here.
Yeah.
And you said there's good, but also you said you have some concerns or some problems with it, and what are those?
Yeah, there's been a lot of grumbling among industry professionals as well as conversations with clients because it did eliminate what's called a stretch IRA. So before the change, if you were a non-spouse beneficiary of a retirement account and you inherited, let's say, an IRA, you had to start taking annual distributions from that account, but it was taken over the course of your life expectancy based on IRS tables. Now you have to take distributions within a 10-year window. So what that does is it creates a bigger tax headache and a bigger tax liability in a shorter amount of time. Now there's some exceptions to the rules, but generally this is going to have a pretty profound impact.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Vanessa, for joining us. And of course, if you missed any of this interview, we're going to get these important details up on KVUE.com. We'll be right back.